Hi, welcome to Group 5's presentation of Andrew Ryan at VC Brakes. To give you a little background of the current management at VC Brakes, you have Fred Rove, who is the president and founding member of VC Brakes. You have Mitchell Medved, the VP of Engineering. You have James Baynard, the VP of Operations. Those two individuals run the main business operations at VC Brakes. Andrew Ryan is the Senior Manager of Engineering Services, and John Conti is the Manager of Caliper and Other, currently under the previous two individuals. VC Brakes was founded in 1985 in Middleton, Ohio, and makes brake pads and brake accessories. Lantana Industrial purchased VC Brakes in 1998 to expand their aftermarket parts division. Lantana had a very hands-off approach to running their subsidiaries such as VC Brakes. Crossroads Corporation purchased VC Brakes in 2010 after the 2008 downturn. Crossroads Corporation had a very hands-on approach to running their subsidiaries. They used what they call the Total Quality Management System, also known as TQM. John Canty and Andrew Ryan were both site instructors for this program. Pooja Karbanda will tell you more about the TQM process and conflict at VC Brakes.
Hi, I'm Pooja Karbanda, and I'm here to present about the issues identified by our team on the case Andrew Ryan at VC Brakes. When Crossroads acquired VC Brakes, Crossroads wanted to implement a total quality management process within VC Brakes in order to improve the quality of the product and to standardize the processes across all subsidiaries. At that point in time, VC Brakes had several issues that our team has identified, starting from two parallel cultures within the organization, leadership issues, and conflict management processes. I'm going to talk about conflict. There has been an underlying conflict between the engineering department and the operations department at VC Brakes, but the top management has chosen to avoid solving it. Their strategy is to keep both the departments in separate buildings so that the employees don't run into each other. Ryan has also adapted this avoiding culture to the organization in his dealings with his people and with people from the other departments, which is reflected in instances like when one of his supervisors does not comply with him, he gets him moved to another department with the help of his boss Medved. When he's asked to work on TQM process with John Cante from the operations department, he seems very reluctant to work with him as previously he had some issue with him. And when finally his boss is demoted and he has a new boss, he decides to quit TQM because of an apprehension that he will be asked to leave, whereas the new boss wants him to continue. To talk more about the issues of culture and leadership, I would like to invite Maulik to take it forward. Thank you.
Guys, this is Maulik Koitya, and today's my topic is organization culture. Organization culture is a system of shared value, assumption, and beliefs which governs how people behave in organization. In this case, autocratic culture at the VC Break led to the negative impact of TQM. Throughout the broken communication, personal bias between ES department and operation, and to avoid the situation of conflict handling. James Bernard from the Crossroad TQM advisory group did not share the value of TQM and shows no support for the activity involved. The senior manager from the TQM steering committee never held a meeting to ensure accountability of ideas generated throughout the TQM session. It is impossible to have all the people involvement in quality improvement without the manager's commitment to establish a safe and encouraging environment for idea sharing. Ryan also shows the personal bias against the Barnard due to the long-term conflict between engineering and operation department. Ryan never tried to make an effort into the improving mutual understanding with Barnard. But at the end of the Barnard was the key of the TQM success. Only with the support of the Barnard and other senior managers, the idea generated throughout the TQM session would be taken into execution and workers' involvement could lead to a substantial quality improvement. Thank you guys.
My name is Otis Sweat. I'll be discussing about two forms of cultures within VC Brakes. There were two forms of cultures within VC Brakes, one being the autocratic form of leadership and the other being the collaborative form of leadership. For the autocratic form of leadership, manager make choices based on the ideas and judgment and ready take advices and opinion from members within the organization. For example, there was too much conflict of leadership within VC Bricks. Not much information going around to members within the organization. Members ready to talk to managers within the organization. Based on that, there was too much finger pointing from one department to another department that was not enabling them to do the job properly. On the other hand, Andrew Ryan exhibited a collaborative form of leadership. It was that form of leadership that made him to be who he was, that type of manager from where he came from. Based on that, he tries to put different groups together within VC Bricks. He gave members the choice to be able to speak up their mind. He listened to people. He got advices from other members within VC Bricks. Based on that, Andrew Ryan was able to also accomplish and completed one of the tasks that was given to him in VC Bricks based on his collaboration and collaborative form of leadership, bringing members together, accepting criticism, listening to the advices, and hearing their output. And based on that, he was able to accomplish a task, and it was done properly, and the tasks were completed on time. Thank you.
I'm Genia Warren, and I'm going to discuss alternative solutions that Ryan could have taken, and I'm going to discuss our group's recommendation for the organization, or recommended solution for the organization, and a recommended solution for Ryan. Before I dive into that, just to recap, there are three major organizational issues that are occurring at VC Breaks. One of them is the hands-off lackadaisical leadership approach that is stemming from the company's current president. There is a fractured organizational culture that consists of trust issues, unconfirmed negative perceptions. There's a lack of communication between departments. Avoidance is apparent in conflict handling. There's poor employee engagement and commitment. And then finally, there are these ambiguous strategic objectives that Crossroads have set across all of their subsidiaries through this total quality management initiative. These objectives, they're vague, they're not specific or measurable, and nor did VC Breaks take those objectives and develop them into smarter objectives for their organization. So what are some alternative solutions that Ryan could have done? Number one, to aid in the successful implementation of the program, Ryan should have sought clarity on the strategic objectives with the steering committee and the advisory representative, and then he could have worked with them to set smarter initiatives. For example, one of the goals was to personally involve all the employees through a participative activity. Well, that doesn't communicate any specific targets, and it makes it challenging to translate intentions into a measurable key performance indicator relative to employee engagement. Ryan should have not assumed that Bayer wouldn't have significantly changed the organizational culture, and avoiding him and not addressing his concerns and allowing his personal bias and long-term conflict between him and his department and the operations team to impede him from addressing those concerns caused major problems in the implementation. What are some recommended solutions? We recommend that the organization, the senior team, create and implement a transformational leadership model. The transformational leadership model embodies 4 pivotal elements necessary to transform the current organizational culture. We believe as the best recommendation for Ryan is to stay with the organization, continue to lead the Total Quality Management Initiative as an instructor, and then to act as a change agent through the transition. Why? Ryan has a successful record of leading teams through organizational culture changes, and he has the credibility and knowledge of the Total Quality Management program.